um, there was a place called the Paradise Garage, which in the annals of disco and clubs and dance music, this place is like the Vatican. And literally, the sound system can never be recreated. There was a guy by the name of Richard Long who was an audio engineer. Who really, his main project, along with designing systems for Studio 54, numerous other clubs, this was his baby. And it had essentially been a gay disco. And growing up in Brooklyn, there was a family across the street that would go on Friday night, which was a night when they let straight people in. And so I was like, you know, coming up in Brooklyn, very homophobic, if you will. But these guys were pretty cool, and they would go into this place, and I had went once or twice, and it was like amazing. The sound rumbled your bones. The DJ was just like Larry Levan, just beyond anything you could describe. I mean, house, techno, all of those things kind of branch out of what went on in the Paradise Garage. And so, at a time when we were all hanging out, me and Keith had heard about this place and decided that he wanted to go. And I said, well, I've been. He was like, oh, really? So we went together. It was really difficult to get in. The way you would get into the garage, it was a membership-only club, and you would walk up to people approaching and ask if they would let you come in on their membership, and you'd give them a few dollars, and they would they would let you come in with them. It was in a former garage, which is what it's back to being now. Every time I walk by, I almost like pause for a second. It's a FedEx garage. You'd walk up this ramp, and the lights kind of... It's a great doc you can find called Maestro, where this kid, who didn't even get to go, but was a complete dance music head, made an amazing film that really captured what this place was about. You walk up this ramp, and these lights would be streaming. The music would be vibrating your deepest core of your body, and you'd walk into this swirling world of people losing themselves, dancing, the lights. It was all beyond description. And the first night when Keith and I went, it was something came over Keith, which was like, oh my God, this is it, this is it. And I was like, I mean, I'd been before, it was nice, you know, I'm trying to find a chick or two to get busy with. But like Keith was just like so excited, so overwhelmed. And in subsequent weeks, Keith would reach out to the owner. They loved what he was about, immediately embraced him. Within a month or two of that, when I went to the garage, Keith his work had done interesting art all around the club and the entranceway. He had become a part of the family. And then, at that time, the garage was a place where there would be records that would be underground dance records that would only be played at the garage. And once those records became huge records in New York, that artist would come to perform, and it would be the major events. And this is when I would often want to go to the garage. I didn't go every week. But Grace Jones did this record, I think it was Slave to the Rhythm. And by this point, Keith was all embroiled and caught up in the inner sanctum of the garage. And he, of course, had become friends with Grace. And this was this huge event where Keith had painted her nude, did these tribal paintings and this huge headdress. And it was just one of those events I'll never forget. Like, it was huge. And that was a result of that music thing, that club thing. Keith got in and got to put his art all over the club, and it became a really big part of his life.